Okay. So tell me about how you got started in photography.
Actually, I used to do music, and music was like, and still is the biggest. That's like my thing. So I used to do music, and then needed visuals to go with my music actually. So when I started doing that, I asked my mom to help me buy a little PowerShot Canon. No, Nikon, and we bought it on Thanksgiving. And my cousins came down, so I started taking pictures of them, trying to get familiar with the camera, and I liked it a little bit. And I started doing visuals for my work, and we went out to a bar. It's actually one Old Mexico. They transformed into like a bar at night on Wednesday nights. And I went in, started taking pictures, and that turned into a job opening for me at the gym. So I started taking pictures there, and then people wanted me to start doing portraits. And I started finding out that I can kind of make money out of this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's cool.
that transformed into the job that I have as far as working for myself.
Were you trained at all? Did you take classes?
No schooling whatsoever, and I actually had a photography course in high school, and I failed it because I was not interested in it at all. I really wasn't, and I didn't pay attention to anything, and I just didn't do good overall. So
what do you enjoy about it now?
I actually enjoy the connections and networking with people more. I find that the better relationships I have with my clients and the people that I work with, the energy, feeding off of people's visions and energy, that makes the process so much easier for me. And I don't know, it's just enjoyable because I think like when I take pictures, I have a vision for it before I see it. Before I take it. And when I can link up with other people and we share visions, it's easier for me to put it together, and it's just make it all enjoyable.
How does it feel when you have that vision and you're able to execute it?
That's the best feeling. Like when you can see something before you even get to a shoot, and you can go out and make it happen. That makes you feel like outside of just being a photographer, it makes you feel like a better artist all around. To me, it does. So that's my favorite part about it.
How long have you been doing it now?
I've been doing it for about 8 years.
And over that 8 years, is there any moments where that stick out to you in your experience where you thought, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do?
Actually, I think the Adele photo, this recent photo this year is, even though I got a lot of backlash and criticism from it, I got a lot of good reviews from it and a lot of bad too, but I think knowing that I could bring that much attention to a situation to have people from states over, helping out, coming to lend a helping hand, and donating cash and all that kind of stuff just to help simply from a photo it's like that made me feel like, hey, this is a calling, which I've been felt like. I've always known I'd be an artist, which would be with music or photography, but I think at that moment I seen the power of one photo, what it can do. Just from social media, it's crazy.
Right. And so why do you think people connect with your work, or why do you think people like what you produce?
I think because first off, I'm a people person. I think I connect with people first before my work comes. And I think that if you can build relationships with people and have a good attitude and positive vibes and good energy, the work part is easy because it's easier to work with somebody that's not awkward. Now, like if you're working with somebody that don't trust you or don't know you, or it's very awkward. So I think that I connect with people on a real good level. So I think that gives me the edge. And it's just not that I'm connecting with them, it's genuine.
Right.
It's a pure connection with people, like because I'm me and they see me for me and they trust me.
And you think people can see that in those images?
Exactly. What happened?
Is it all right? That's the first one
Oh
I
man,
made.
it's great.
All right.
It's great. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. What's up, man?
To
Yeah.
all these people that you've connected with, you can't even like go anywhere without shaking hands with somebody, right?
Yeah, it kind of happens now. It kind of happens now.
What is that like?
It's still a new thing to me though, because in high school, I was the shyest kid. Like I sat with janitors at the lunch table. Like nobody. I didn't really have friends like that. I mean, I had some, but I really didn't come out and like bloom socially until college. That's when I started working at doing the stuff at the bars, and people just knew me as the guy with the camera. So if I didn't have my camera, people would not recognize me. So, and I think being that now I'm connecting with people on more so of a personal level, I don't have to have my camera for them to notice me.
Right.
But yeah, I think that it's neat. It's a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing.
So now it's like you're suddenly like the popular kid.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the tables have turned a little bit, you know, but it's all cool. It's not like it's nothing that gets to your head or nothing.
Right. Sure. But it's kind of interesting to develop from
Right.
that from high school.
Yes, it's very different. A lot of people that did not talk to me in high school, like suddenly like, hey, I went to high school with you. Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
now
oh,
you went to
yeah,
high
yeah.
school.
I know you. I tried to speak to you in the hall, but you didn't. You didn't notice me, but no, it's cool though. I don't hold nothing against anybody like that. I know how it goes, so.
Sure. What do you see in the future for your work? Where do you want to see this go?
I do see it. I don't see it here. I don't see it here. Like I have a real strong. It's like an anchor for my heart in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And that's exactly what we're trying to build at. We're trying to move there, but I love this town. I've done a lot for this town. This town has done a lot for me, but
Right.
I do know that small towns have like a limited vision. My vision, I think, is much larger than Tifton.
Well, sometimes you need more space, you need more people, you need
Exactly.
more that kind of thing. Okay.
Exactly.
So what's in Jacksonville for you?
Oh, it's a lot in Jacksonville. I have pretty good. I mean, I got some friends in Jacksonville. I do
Okay.
have friends there too. But it's a lot. Plus, my favorite team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, yeah. But I don't know. It's just a lot. I just love the vibe of the town. I'm more of a Florida guy. It's like I'm not an Atlanta guy.
Okay.
Like, that's busy, but it's like traffic busy, crazy busy. But Florida is like busy, but it's not as hard to get around as it is in a big city like that. But I'm a Jacksonville guy, and me and my wife love it every time we go. So
I want to talk a little bit more about Tifton while we're on this sort of subject. What has been ways that the community you think has supported you in your work?
it comes from sports, like working with the football team. That's the first thing.
Right.
And I think that's been a big platform as far as getting my work out, is with the high school and just relating with these kids and, you know, being hands-on with the football team and stuff like that, and the basketball team as well. So, but they have definitely shown me a lot of support, and I think this town backs me up a lot. And I love this town.
Right. And breaking into that, you were on like sort of like the club scene and then the sports scene. And is that what you officially think is your breaking into point?
As far as what now?
As far as your photography, you're breaking into photography. And that was like working for the gin and doing the sports stuff.
Yeah, it started with this I guess the club scene, which really wasn't. I mean, it's not what my heart was. It's just I was young and I could have fun and do what I like to do at the same time. But it went from there to actually shooting with people, and then I'm a sports guy. I grew up as a kid. I didn't watch Cartoon Network. I watched Sports Center, so with my dad. But and that just kind of sports. I can relate to that a lot, and it's a lot easier for me to shoot with that, and I think that's a lot of people's. I mean, it's I kind of have a. I don't know if I'm a wedding photographer or a sports photographer. Like during sports season, I'm like, hey, this is my call, and I am a sports photographer. But then wedding season, I'm like, hey, this is my call, and I am a wedding photographer. But I don't know. I just sports. I can relate to sports a lot better, and I think that's a big groundbreaking thing for me. Being in that shot with the NFL and Arena Football League and semi-pro, all the way down from rec sports all the way up to the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I have more accomplished in the sports section.
Okay. And what does your family say about your career path?
They love it. I mean, it's like one of those things where, hey, Thanksgiving, bring your camera. Christmas, bring your camera. So I'm kind of appointed. I'm appointed every time to be the photographer, but I don't bring my camera most of the time to family events. I just kind of tell them I am, but I don't.
Not working today.
I'm not working today.
That's right.
But they support it, though.
Okay. Was it something that they expected, or was it even something that you expected to happen?
I didn't expect it to happen. I don't think nobody's seen it happening. Like I said, I don't think a lot of eyes were on me like when I was coming up as far as what I would do. I was really big into sports. But I think a lot of people thought I was going to end up playing basketball or something. Because, I mean, that was what I did as a kid. But as I got up to high school, in Tipp County at the time, you couldn't have hair. I had braids. You couldn't have long hair as a boy and play sports here. And I was stubborn, and I said, you know what, I'm just not going to play. So I didn't play. But so I just kind of got into music. But I don't think anybody really seen photography coming out of me. And I don't think I seen it because I just knew I was an artist. And in my mind at the time, artist was a music person. I mean, it was nothing other than music. No drawing, I didn't see painting, in which I have some drawing background, but I didn't really see it as art. I was a little more closed-minded than I am now, but I'm a lot open-minded. I'm a lot more open-minded now. But I do think photography is me. I think that is what I'm here to do.
And what are your influences? Did you have any influences for your photography, or people you were inspired by, that kind of thing?
I do. The guy that actually helped me get up to the NFL is the team photographer for the Minnesota Vikings, Andy Canutis. He's so rare. It's like, what was my chances of finding a guy that at this level to communicate with a guy at my level to trust me enough to say, hey, I can get you on the sideline. If you just buy the ticket, we can get you and your wife on the sideline. And we flew to Minnesota. I showed him that I was serious about it. And he actually made that happen. And with that, we created a relationship. And this all started by Larry Dean from Tifton, Georgia, that played for the Vikings. Okay. And he actually linked me up with Andy. And it just went from there. And he took a chance on me, and I just try to make sure I let him know every time that, hey, I mean, I appreciate what you've done for me, and I never try to let him down. As far as wedding photography, it's a guy named Robert Hill that I spoke with him a few times, but just, although we don't have that personal connection, like I connect with him through his work, and he inspires me a lot more than he knows it. But and just anybody really, it's outside of those two people, anybody that does. That works in this field, that does art, whether it's music, paint, drawing. I mean, anything, I look up to them because I know what we do. And it's hard because a lot of people don't see our vision. So it's harder to express it without words. So, I don't know, I just have respect for anybody that does, and I look up to them, even if I don't know them on a personal level.
And if there's someone in the Tifton community who sort of had the same dream that you did, wanted to be an artist, not quite sure where they were going to start though, what would you want to say to them? What would you want them to know?
I'd first tell them first things first. Never ever let what anybody else says about you or what you're doing influence, how serious you take it. Always take what you feel that you want to do serious. No matter if they believe it or agree with it. Do what you do. And I think my vision was like, when I first started, nobody really, I ain't gonna say cared for it, but they didn't see it. But I believed in myself, and I just pushed it. And it was kind of like force fed. It's like, whether you like it or not, I'm gonna give you my vision. You gonna see it. And to the point where people seen where I came from. And I just say, don't turn or run from anything. Just do what you do, whether it's photography, whether it's anything outside of art, anything, it doesn't have to be art. just whatever you do, just do it for real. Do it for real. Don't take it lightly. And don't let people influence you, whether it's family or not. I don't care how close a person is to you. I mean, just do how you feel and express it the way you want to express it. And that's the main key. If you can stay true to yourself, you will always be happy on the inside.
Okay. My final question, and then I'll ask them if they have any other questions that I think I should ask.
Okay.
So is there anything else that you would like the Tifton community to know about you, your work, or what you do?
I mean, I'd like to think I'm a cool guy. I don't know. I don't know if they think that or not, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really, not that I don't care what people think of me, but I don't care what people think of me. It's just, I mean, that's not a cocky answer at all. It's just what I just said on the last question is, you don't have to like somebody, or I don't try to conform or comply to what people want me to be. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna be myself. And people that know me on a personal level, they know that I'm a genuine person. I'm just, I'm just me. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just how it is with anything. You just take it how you like it. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, I'm me. Hey.
All right, y'all. Josh, is there any other questions I should ask? He's thinking.
Pondering.
Yes. Anything that you've wanted to know?
Larry Dean had an impact. I mean, you really talk about who had an impact on you and what you're doing and that. When you talk about who do you hope to impact?
Who do I hope to impact? I hope to impact anybody who would listen, because these days with social media and every video is 5 seconds, you have to capture somebody just like that. But it takes people to actually want to listen. I mean, if you are willing to hear my story or hear anybody's story, I mean, I just want to impact anybody who's open-minded, because that's just how it is. There's not too much to say about that other than that. But I mean, obviously the youth, because we are, because I'm the youth too, but it's a loss with connecting with people. Everything is right here on the phone or whatever, but we forget to connect with people. And I think that's who I would like to impact, the youth, more than anything.
Mm-hmm. To get them to do what?
To just be themselves. It's a lot of followers these days. Everybody wants to follow what dress style is over here, or what hairstyle is over here. And especially, it's very bad in small towns. When you go to a bigger city, you see different stuff. But in small towns, it's kind of like everybody look the same. And the youth just it's a real following situation with the youth. Mm-hmm. And as far as those words I just said, as far as being you, I think those words should impact. I wanted to impact the youth better. Mm-hmm. So that's my outlet on it, my outlook on that.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Anything else you think I should ask?
Want to interview me? Come here.
I'm supposed to be teaching class right now. Luckily, I got Richard.
Get on camera.
Yay! Glad I did my hair.
What's it been like for you, sort of like being a part of this journey?
Talk about your support.
Ooh, did you talk about your support?
Yeah. No, I didn't talk about my sport. We had questions about influence and stuff, but she does influence me. She does push me and drive me. She does a lot of the things that nobody sees, like in weddings. Like you wonder why the veil is flying, it's because she lifts it up and runs away real quick. I mean, if somebody needs a hairband, a tie of hair, or something like that, that's her.
Yeah.
So she's all the I have a flash on a model or something like that. She's holding the light, all that good stuff.
Stop it.
What's that like?
To be completely honest, it's fun. It is. Sometimes it's challenging. I've had to make sacrifices. We both made a lot of sacrifices. There's a lot of weekends that, have been consumed with photography. It's been awesome though, because I get to experience all this with him, going to Minnesota, going to Michigan, Chicago, all these places, meeting new people. It's kind of neat. He is known for the camera and I'm known for him, if that makes any sense. Because I don't really have any special talents. I'm just a very good
Yes, she does.
support system. But it's kind of neat to be known for him and his photography. I'm really proud. I've seen him when he was at the club scene. I saw his pictures from the gin, and I've seen the rec ball all the way up to NFL. I've got to be there every step of the way, and I've been able to watch him grow, and it's been awesome. It's been awesome to see his clientele grow and to be able to stand by him, especially with Adele. It was awesome because I know his intentions with the picture, and to see both sides, to see people attacking him, that wasn't really great, but standing by him also, the outpour of support and everything was greater than the negativity, and it's just awesome. Makes me really proud.
She's a good one. She's a keeper.